So hi everybody, welcome to the portal. I just want in this section to discuss some of the weapons that we use in the Dacayana system, and some of course will be common across other styles of Eskrima. So obviously the main weapon that we associate with Eskrima is the Alissi, the solo Alissi, and in the Dacayana system we like to use nice, long, heavy sticks. So this particular one is 32 inches, and how we determine the maximum length of the stick that we can use is when we do our flywheel here, if the stick hits the ground it's too long. So I'm tall enough to use a 32-inch stick, but obviously if you're shorter you might need a 30-inch stick. If you're very tall, like some of the Dacayana coaches and students, you get away with 34 even 36-inch sticks. So that's the solo Alissi. We won't talk too much about other styles, but they do use much shorter sticks. The other main weapon that we use is the pinate. So this is typically around 24 inches with the handle, and the weight of the pinate is considerably heavier than the stick. Heavier than a normal stick. That's why one of the reasons that we use the longer stick is to mimic the weight of the pinate. Now with the pinate, this is the sharp side, and this section at the back is also sharp. So in use, you often see Dacayana students and coaches having the pinate here on their arm, but that's blunted, so that cannot cut their arm. If they were resting it here, they'd be in trouble. Okay, if obviously we don't use live blades as a general rule. So this is the pinate. It's a traditional Filipino sword. So we also use knives, cuchillo. Here's a Dacayana knife with a single bladed edge and blunt at the back, so it's a single bladed knife. Typically you'll see these for sale to use. These are fine, they represent a double bladed knife. As does this one, but this is very pointed, so if you're practicing with a partner, try and avoid using, even though they're dummy knives, try and avoid using pointed tips. A better bet than that would be this. If you're practicing hard with a student, nice and blunted, so your partner won't suffer any damage. So we always try and emphasise control, but we do have to bear in mind we need some safety on the weapons. I encourage everybody to use different lengths knives, different shaped knives during your practice, and as we go up the system we have lots of different knives to cover. We have other weapons. We have seguidas, which are pocket sticks, and we'll cover more about that later. And we also have the sarong, which is a scarf that we also use in the style. We hold it like this, and then we have a quick release mechanism where we can do this kind of move with it. And we also have longer stick weapons like this, the 40 polegada tirada ag depensa, which means 40 inches or longer attack and defence. So we have a two-handed style as well. So that's an introduction to the weapons, some of the weapons that we use in the Dacayana system. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next section.